for Vijay Yamla. He's actually the grandson of Yamla Jatt. I don't know if some of the... Yes, great, thank you. So please, a big round of applause for him. He's obviously got a lot of good genes and musical background. Thank you, Vijay. Well, good morning, everyone. Namaste, sat sri akal, and thank you for joining us on this sort of sunny day, kind of, coming up. The sun is peeking through, so we're hoping, I know we've checked the weather this morning, so we requested it to be sunny. And I know Victoria Chief of Staff, I've made a request to him, so he says that it will get sunny. So we're hoping, keeping our fingers crossed. It's not supposed to rain though. So thank you very much for joining us this morning. My name is Hansdeep Bawa. On behalf of the India-Canada Cultural Association, I would like to welcome everyone to the India Mela. Before I begin, I want to ask anybody on the stage, in the audience, what exactly does Mela mean? I know we use this term very frequently, India Mela, India Mela. What does Mela mean? Anybody? Get together. Very much. Be happy. A Mela actually is a Sanskrit term. Sanskrit is one of the oldest languages, that's where the Hindi is derived from. And Mela is a Sanskrit term, which essentially means gathering or a fair, where you come and enjoy arts, culture, music, and of course, lots and lots of food. So for us here in Victoria, BC, it's a weekend full of free outdoor entertainment, where there is something for everyone. And this is actually our 10th annual Mela. We've been doing this for 10 years, and it has become the go-to place for local Victorians for sure. And visitors come, people from all cultures and backgrounds come to not only participate, but also perform. So this is essentially a very, very multicultural celebration. When I was looking up Mela, and I thought, okay, for Victoria, yes, this is a gathering. We've been doing it for 10 years. But an interesting tidbit, if you'd like to know, and I know Mayor Helps is always very interested in some interesting tidbits. So Mayor Helps, this is for you. Did you know the largest Mela gathering happens in India, and it's got a gathering of over 60 million people? Yeah, it's called the Kumbh Mela, and it actually happens every 12 years in India. And so it's making, in January, I think 2001 is where I have the stats from, but it's made the largest gathering anywhere in the world. So obviously, I guess we're not going to get 60 million people here, but we're very happy with about 10 to 15,000 people who actually show up in downtown Vancouver to enjoy this India Mela. So a big round of applause for ICCA and for the inauguration of the India Mela. Thank you. So India-Canada Cultural Association is a registered nonprofit society mandated to celebrate and raise awareness about the power, diversity, and color of India's rich culture. It's also there to create a stronger and more cohesive multicultural Victoria and Canada. And ICCA is driven by community volunteers who have been contributing to Victoria for about 50 years. So I believe we're also celebrating 50 years of India-Canada Cultural Association as a nonprofit society in Victoria. So round of applause for ICCA. I would like to acknowledge that this year ICCA is very nicely led by Captain Hardeep Garewal, who leads the ships everywhere in the BC ferries, and this year he's leading as a director of the ICCA. So thank you, Hardeepji. At this time, I would like to take the opportunity to officially open the 10th annual India Mela. And of course, we would do so by beginning with the special prayers and offerings that's led by the First Nations. The Songhees and the Esquimalt territories are the ancestral owners of this land, and we are on the ICCA, would like to thank them for welcoming us to their ancestral territories. The East Indian cultures and the First Nation cultures are both very ancient cultures. And the concept of respect for one another in traditional land is very similar in both cultures. So I feel we share a lot. So we're honored that Florence Dick is here offering a special blessing and prayer for the India Mela stage. So Florence, please welcome on the stage.
I want to thank the organizers for inviting us to be part of this festival. I also want to thank all the dignitaries, all our caretakers for our lands. We have Saanich, Victoria, Oak Bay. I don't know if Oak Bay's here. CRD. We were known as one of the biggest nations on the south tip of the island. And it's really honored to have our caretakers, which are our mayors of those territories that they're looking after, which are my ancestors. And I want to just say I'm honored to be here. Cultural diversity is very important. It opens up the heart. It opens up the mind. It connects us to being as one. Not samat is the word in our language, means we are one, we work together, and we always say when we use that word, you also have to work it. And I always say, when I say that, I do. I'm always so honored to come and represent our people at these festivals to do our territorial welcome. I am a student of the Lekwungen language, and I really try my hardest to understand our language, revitalize it within our community, ask our families to come join us when there's language classes. I even got my 10-year-old grandson to learn the welcome also. So it's so important that we keep handing traditions down to the kids because they are our future. Here's our welcome. Asiyam na chelacha, asa na amtanat, haij ka gwens na techel hela, eight tooth lanata, haij ka siam, gwens na techel tianak. To my friends, my name is Florence. I want to thank you for coming to our lands and thank you for being here. Haichka.
Thank you very much, Florence, for coming and offering your prayer. Thank you very much. With me is Cam. And you would have noticed Cam put a little shawl as an offering, as a, welcoming Florence. As Florence said, that we are one, right? No matter what diversity, what culture we come from, we are one. So what Cam did was just put a little offering, right, Cam? Do you want to speak a little bit about that?
It's just a gift from the ICCA, the India-Canada Cultural Association. It's our way of saying we're all one, and it's a gift to unite all the cultures together. And I want to thank everybody that has come here today, and also to Florence Dick for coming here and making this special day for us and for opening this ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cam. Florence, I don't know if you've had a chance to ever witness an Indian wedding, but this reminded me of an Indian wedding when in the morning the boy's family comes and the girl's family come, and usually there's a milni. So milni, you know, Cam gave you a shawl, and I think in a milni we give flowers. So that's kind of like we're coming together as one, and I think it's very significant. So thank you, Cam, and thank you everybody else. As you know, people of Indian heritage, we're very proud Canadians. I personally value and support the Canadian values of multiculturalism. It's very important to me. It's something that I would want, it was very important to my parents. It's something that I would really want my kids to see, what a diverse country we live in, how we live together, the different communities, the different diversity and different cultures that we are here. So equality among all races and cultures that make Canada so mosaic. So we want to celebrate and showcase our heritage besides all other Canadians, regardless of the country of origin. I want to now call Al Farbi, and I would like to invite everybody to please stand in the Canadian anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Al. That was Al Farabee from the CFAX. I'm sure you recognize his voice. Please remain seated for the singing of the Indian National Anthem. I think I meant please remain standing.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्रावड़ उत्कल बंग विंध हिमाचल यमुना गंगा ऊथल कलती तरंग तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए सब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Paneser and Mrs. Bedi, for singing and remembering the Indian National Anthem. As you can see, a number of dignitaries have joined us this morning, seated behind me on the stage, and I would like to now begin by introducing some of those dignitaries and asking them to come on stage and say a few words. So first, I would like to invite MP Randall to please come up and say a few words.
India, Mela, and I have two pieces of good news for you. One is I'm not a performer. And the second is I'm going to be very brief this morning. But I do want to thank the ICCA for 50 years of work in this community and all the volunteer time that that represents over the years and also in putting together this Mela today. So join me in thanking all those volunteers. I've been involved with the South Asian community here for over 30 years when a young guy called Mosa Hoda had his first campaign for the provincial legislature. And as part of that campaign, he took me to the Sikh temple, and I've had the fortune to be closely involved with the community ever since then, in particular over the last 8 years as a member of parliament, where I've worked with many of you on family reunification, visa problems, and other problems dealing with the federal government. The cultural aspect of today, of course, is most important, but it's a good reminder that this community has been contributing to Greater Victoria for over 100 years. And so whether your family arrived here 100 years ago, more than 100 years ago, or just arrived, the contributions to Victoria are immeasurable. That includes contributions in business, in charity, in public service, and in all aspects of life here. The South Asian community really makes Victoria a much richer place. I thank all of you for those contributions, and I look forward to a very active, lively, and now it's getting sunnier Mela today. So thanks very much.
Very much. Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here with all of you. I want to begin by thanking Naamtana, also known as Florence Dick, for her warm welcome to her ancestral homelands, and we're very grateful as a city and as a community. They've been here for thousands of years, and we are more recent visitors, and it's just, I'm always touched by the ongoing generosity of the Songhees and Esquimalt. So Na'amtana, thank you so much. Also, as you can see behind me, there are two councillors here from the City of Victoria, Councillor Thornton-Joe, who looks like she's joining Saanich, and Councillor Laurel Collins. So it's an honor to have the councillors here with me. Namaste, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome to the 10th annual India Mela. It is just such an honor for me to be mayor of a city like Victoria. And what makes Victoria special and I would say important is that in so many places around the globe today, if a festival like this was held, it would be ringed with security forces. And with no disrespect to our police chief, he's here, but he's here in a ceremonial capacity. The world is becoming a place where there's less tolerance, where there's more polarization, and festivals like the India Mela and the India-Canada Cultural Association say to us and say to Victoria, this is a place where diversity is welcome, where inclusion is top of mind, and where no matter what happens in the world, we will continue to be a bastion of multiculturalism, of diversity, of inclusion, and of coming together to celebrate and to learn from each other and with each other. So, my colleague from Saanich, Colin Plant, started the applause on that one. Thank you. So I wish the India-Canada Cultural Association a wonderful 2 days here in Centennial Square. I hope that the sun continues to shine. I know there'll be lots of music, lots of food, and lots of wonderful celebrating together. I am going to have to run off. This is the first day of my vacation. It doesn't happen very often. I have another commitment at noon, so apologies in advance to not hearing the rest of my colleagues. I'm sure they have wonderful words of wisdom for all of you. So happy Mela. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mayor Helps. Hope you have a great vacation. I would now like to invite Mayor of Saanich, Mr. Fred Haynes, to come up and say a few words.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Saanich and all our council, I'm delighted to be here. Before Mayor Helps leaves, I'd like to sincerely thank Mayor Helps and everybody in the Victoria Council for your leadership. When Quebec lost its way on multiculturalism, you stood up. Recently, Saanich joined you unanimously to ask them to rethink what they're doing. Regarding Councillor Thornton-Joe, not quite ready yet for Victoria to join Saanich. That's a whole conversation that we'll be going through with the Citizens' Assembly, but I understand the pun. Okay, I'd like to really thank Auntie Florence for welcoming us her family welcomes us and shares with us their thousands of years of family life here. Thank you so much for that. Hashka. You know, as Mayor of Saanich, it's, we've coming into 10 months now, and in my file there, I often get requests from the residents of Saanich of how they can work on their immigration and bring their family and loved ones over here. And another thank you I have is for our MP, Randall Garrison. I have to say there's been at least a dozen files that have come to me, and every one I've handed on to Randall, and he's been tireless in doing that. Thank you, Randall. Multiculturalism and the embrace of multiculturalism doesn't happen for some people easily. It comes to other people quite easily and quite naturally, and that's an interesting study of human nature. I'm delighted with the opportunity to be Mayor of Saanich with this most amazing council, and I'll just give you some of the threads that we've been working on. When we had our inauguration ceremony back at the time when we took office and swore our oaths, it was at a time of multi-faith worship. We had members of all religions, all community of Saanich there and elsewhere, and I really thank my council and my staff for helping to pull that together. Recently, for the first time, we had a Ramadan dinner in the council chamber. Not all councillors could come because it was at the time of the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, so some were away. But that's the first inaugural Ramadan dinner in the council chamber of Saanich. So council, thank you for that. Secondly, Des, I'd like to ask Des up, because working with the ICCA, we're going to do a little bit more to embrace the richness of our multiculturalism. Des.
Thank you, Mayor Fred. And first of all, I want to thank you for your dedication towards multiculturalism and helping us all. And recently, Fred is going to be doing something for the first time. He's going to be celebrating Diwali and lighting the diya at Saanich.
Yes, that's right. So what we decided to do, working with the ICCA, is to make sure that there's the opportunity to celebrate our rich cultures at the Saanich Hall on October the 21st, just before the council meeting. We're going to have a food truck event celebrating Indian culture and the Diwali, and Des is helping to pull that together.
Thank you. And again, you know, you normally don't see a mayor after he's been elected attending the Gurdwara and all the community events, but this guy, he's everywhere. And I want to thank you for that. And we really do see it, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that. I would say that we see on stage here Councillor Susan Bryce, Councillor Colin Plant, Councillor Rebecca Mercereau, Councillor Karen Harper. I know that other councillors, Councillor Ned Taylor, Councillor Judy Brownoff, Councillor Zach DeVries, and I'm missing one, Councillor Natalie Chambers, would all like to be here, but they're otherwise engaged. This is a most remarkable council. It's every day working together is a pleasure and a delight, and how we together move Saanich forward. So everything I talk about, I know that council are on the same page, because without them we can do nothing. This council is engaged in attending the temples. We walked in the parades of the Vaisakhi parade. We join you in all the multicultural events that we can, and it's just a delight to be mayor in this wonderful city of Saanich and this wonderful region. And one of the things that makes it a delight is everybody who's in our collective community. For that, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor Haynes, and thank you for leading the Saanich in inviting other cultures to come and celebrate their significant celebrations. Thank you very much. I would now like to call upon Victoria Chief of Police, Chief Del Manek, to stage to say a few words, please.
Thank you. Florence, Member of Parliament Garrison, Mayor Helps, Mayor Haynes, Mayor Windsor, I know who's around here somewhere, and councillors and other dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Sat Sri Akal, Namaste ji आया नु मनु बहुत बहुत खुशी आ क्योंकि आ कम्युनिटी मेरी कम्युनिटी आ ਆਪਾਂ ਘਰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਮੈਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਆ so this is really important for me to be here to celebrate with my community. My name is Del Manek and I'm the chief of the Victoria Police Department, and on behalf of all of the chiefs of the southern Vancouver Island, I want to thank you for the opportunity to take part in this celebration of diversity and inclusivity. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone to the 10th Annual India Mela, presented by the India-Canada Cultural Association of Victoria. And I'm especially proud to be here this year as it marks not one, but two significant anniversaries. This year, as you've heard, is the 10th Annual Mela, the 10th annual celebration to share richness of Indian culture, create community partnerships, and really demonstrate a healthy way of life. But this isn't just a celebration of Indian culture. In the true spirit of inclusion and diversity, this festival is also going to include music and dance from Ireland, China, Polynesia, Mexico, Japan, and the Middle East. It is this celebration of our diverse communities that is really inspiring. Now, I can tell you that's why the Victoria Police Department is a proud supporter of the Mela, and I just wanted to also give a shout out to the Vic PD staff that are here. We've got a marked car there and we've got a booth set up, so thank you to my people that are here. And for myself as a South Asian, I'm very honored to welcome you here. I want to give a special welcome to my mom, who's here, and she brings me out every year. Mom, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. And I will tell you honestly, for my family, this is one of my summertime highlights. And I know that if you celebrate today and you watch the dances and the music and the food that's here, you are going to have a great 2 days here in Centennial Square here in the city of Victoria. I want to also express my gratitude, as Member of Parliament Garrison was talking about the organizers of the event. And as we all know, none of this is possible without a tremendous amount of organizing that happens. So just a shout out to all of those from the India-Canada Cultural Association on their 50th anniversary and the organizing that they've done to put this event on. And that's the second significant anniversary that I wanted to just talk about, and that's the India-Canada Cultural Association of Victoria and their 50th anniversary. Your work over the last 50 years has connected the Indian culture to the Victoria's communities through you and your families, giving countless hours of service and talents. 50 years is a significant milestone, and you should be applauded for everything that you've done and continue to do for our community. I will leave it at that, and I will just say to you, I'm glad that you're here, and I know more and more people will show up because they'll be drawn to the music, the dance, and the celebration over the next 2 days. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to speak. Thanks.
Captain Hardeep Garewal up on stage to say a few words as well as introduce his team.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, we acknowledge and thank the Songhees, Esquimalt, and Beecher Bay First Nations communities for allowing us to live, work, and play on their lands. We would like to welcome all of you to the India Mela. I'm sure you all know what the Mela means by now. Been told many, many times, I guess. Every year, 10 years now. It's a fair. It's a gathering. It's a place where we get together, have fun. It is ICCA's 50th anniversary and the 10th India Mela. So two major milestones for ICCA, and I'm proud to be part of it. You can expect multicultural performances, music, dance, singing, talent showcase from the groups from Victoria and mainland. Delicious food is being served by Sizzling Tandoor at the back. It's a well-known restaurant with their locations in downtown, uptown, and the shore. Our stage decorations behind, you see it's so beautifully done by Rajendra Grewal. She's very talented, as you can see. You might want to take her number, you might need her. We'd like to thank our sponsors. Without their generosity, this event will be impossible. Thank you, Home Lumber, Island Paving, City of Victoria, CRD, and all others. Now I would like to invite our ICCA board members onto the stage so I can introduce them. Daz Mahal. Cam Ryder. Pradeep Work is not here. She's not feeling well today. Mr. Marwaha. Amanpreet Singh, Kamal Panesar, Sujit Bedi, Snake Ocher. Godi Dodd had to be away for a wedding. It was not from his wife's side, so he could not say no. Had to go. And also Mr. Madan Karim is not available today. So that's our board. Please, a big round of applause for, without their efforts, this won't be possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Introduction. And thank you to all the board members for their dedication, hard work. Without their tireless time and efforts, this India Mela would not have been possible. So please, once again, a loud round of applause to the ICCA board members, all of them. We would now like to start by officially cutting the ribbon and officially making the India Mela ceremonies started. So can we please have the kids up here with the ribbon and the dignitaries, invite the dignitaries to come and cut the ribbons with us. Mayors and councillors, feel free to do your Bhangra dance as you're coming up.
I can do that.
Keep it going. So the 10th Annual India Mela is officially open. Thank you very much to all the dignitaries, mayors and councillors, and MP Randall Garrison for joining us. Feel free to please ask them questions and talk to them. And we would now like to also, as we're getting our photo ops here, show you what an India Mela looks like with a little tidbit. So please take it away, Vijay. Right with you. Keep going.
जिंद माही बाज तेरे ओ जिंद माही बाज तेरे कमलाइयां तेरियां लाडलियां ओ तेरियां लाडलियां पर जाइयां ओ बागी फिरन कदे ओ बागी फिरन कदे ना आइयां के एक पल बई जाना के एक पल बई जाना मेरे कोल तेरे मिठड़े नहीं होए ओ तेरे मिठड़े नहीं लगदे बोल आए